Several years ago, I purchased this Tuff lumber cutting guide, and it's just what it shows there. You can pause the video and read its features. And it works okay. It's extremely slow, very slow. Maybe if I had a rip cutting chain instead of a cross cut chain, then it might go faster. I just don't know. I don't know how excited I am to pay the kind of money that you have to pay for a chain such as that for the saw. That was fun. A lot of fun. It really was. This is the beam I ended up with. It's about 4 3/4 by 5. I didn't take any time to set things up so that I knew what the dimensions were. And this is just a test piece. As you can see, this is a rotting, carpenter ant infested tamarack that came out of the log that it's leaning on. Beautiful little piece of wood, actually, other than the rot. And it has some problems. You can see here that there's a swale going through that rot. And you can also see, if I can get this just right, that the current bottom side is wider than the current top side. Yeah, it's wider. You can see that it's wider down here on the end. This was just the first run, first test, see how it was. It's about 8 feet long. The good news is that I paid maybe $20, no more than $30 for that attachment for the saw. The bad news is it took at least an hour, maybe an hour and 10, 15 minutes to get that little beam. From this angle, you can see how it flares on this end out here. And it is not square, especially in the middle. I like the idea of this thing, and I suppose in the right hands, like hands that I don't have, this might turn out to be a pretty fun, pretty cool little tool for small jobs. But they'd have to be small jobs. You could never plan on doing a big job. It would take forever. I want this to be cool, but I just can't find it. Somebody who's more particular than what I know how to be, probably so. I don't think Tuff has any problems at all. They clearly make a quality product. It held together well. It was sturdy. It was lightweight. Had no problems on the saw at all. Tightened it down, stayed tight. The saw didn't have any problems with it, and there was also no danger to the saw using it. I would recommend it as far as that goes. You can see from just about every angle, though, how out of square the four sides are from each other, and that there's a swale to it in a couple of places as well, especially down here on this end. That's just my fault. It really is my fault. Had I been more particular, then a better product would have probably come out of it. I can't imagine what it would be like to do numerous beams, let alone try to get some dimensional lumber such as 2x4s or 2x6s out of it. I just don't see it. I'll do some research and see if I can't find others who have used this Tuff lumber guide and see what they say and perhaps follow up. But for me, small jobs, great. Big jobs, no way. It's made extremely well, if not Tuff, manufactured tough. It doesn't impinge the function of the saw in any way at all, and it keeps the saw safe. In fact, it's well made, very well made. I just think it's terribly slow for the work that you get out of it.